You are listening to
the Knackers in the Breeze podcast.
In the Breeze podcast. We've got a theme tune.
Knackers.
Temporary theme tune, very temporary.
There might be some
Not
copyright issues there. Carol
Till our main man is on
Vorderman.
it.
Carol Vorderman, she's not even doing it anymore, is she?
That's
I know who you mean, Rachel something.
Rachel Riley.
She's beautiful. Rachel, if you're listening, you're welcome any time. I'll have two of your tops and one from your bottom. Thank you very much. Right.
So we've got a theme for this podcast.
Have we?
It's
news to me.
Introducing a new character to the mix.
Mm-hmm.
It's someone we like to call the father of Would You Rather.
Yes, father.
It's one of my friends from university, Paul Simeone.
I don't know Paul particularly, really well, but I would call him a friend of mine now as well, I think.
Yeah.
For osmosis.
Friend of Ryan's.
You've introduced him, and I like him.
Yeah, everyone likes him. Everyone keeps commenting and saying, really like Paul.
He's tolerable. He is tolerable. I don't dislike him.
It's the best he can come up with at the moment. It's I don't dislike him.
He is what he is. No, I like him. I actually do like him. I'm not busting his balls. I do like him. And he's the father of Would You Rather. Father Rather, for short.
And the story behind that is every day, or most days, we do voice messages to each other, me and my friends from uni. And a lot of the days, Paul will just randomly message me saying, would you rather this or this?
Could you give me an example? Any examples? Or every day, by the way.
Not every day, no.
He's got
well, we can play one of the examples. He's sent us one kindly.
Right, so we're going to listen to this now. Father Rather.
Father of Would You Rather.
And we're going to listen to it. We're going to answer it. We're going to actually.
So this is one he sent me previously, but we're going to replay it.
Have I heard this?
No, I don't think you have.
Okay.
Well, we've had a little sound check.
Listen, I'm willing to.
That might happen a lot.
This is boring as fuck. Right,
go.
Father Rather. I welcome
Father
you into my
Would You
life.
Rather.
Father Rather for short, though. I don't think I've got too much time.
Would you rather father or father rather?
No, right, let's start again. I don't have enough time to waste saying Father of Would You Rather.
Tell me what you do with your spare time that you save. The few words that you have to skip.
That's a very good question. Yeah, one I can't answer right now. I'm usually asleep. Right, this is this is Father Rather with one of his trademark Would You Rather questions. And if you listen to this, you're going to hear this for the first time along with me. Feel free to answer this in your own...
Pen and paper. Feel free to get pen and paper. Pause the podcast, if you will.
Send those letters in. Okay, let's listen to it.
Morning, mate. Would you rather have 4-inch protruding dangly nips, nips being nipples, so they probably go 4 inches, I don't know, to your belly button, maybe. So very, very dangly. They protrude a little bit, they probably come out half an inch to an inch down to the belly button.
Too much detail.
One big toe, which is a foot long. No, a foot's ridiculous. Half a foot, 6 inches. Yeah.
Okay.
So I should sum that up.
Right.
He sent me this about 9 o'clock in the morning when I'd just woken up and just started work. just got to the computer, logged on and everything, saw the voice message, listened to it, and I'm not a morning person at all.
Why is he thinking about that early in the morning?
Normally, well, this is all day for him. This is just this is a very small outlet of the things that go on in his mind.
He needs professional help. Wait. So the question was, he rambled on too much. So
the question was, I think it was, would you rather nipples that protruded down past your belt line? Both of them. Wait, I don't think it's the whole thing. So I know the podcast can't see visually, but I'm getting my shirt up now just for demonstration of Barry.
You don't need to. I know.
No, I do
I've got
need
them.
to.
I've got some of those. It's fine. I've got nipples.
Let the record show that he is locked on. Eye contact on my nipples.
I need to drink my
I
mouth.
think he's talking about just the nipple part and not the, was it areola?
The areola, yeah. The areola.
I think it's just the nipple
Oh,
part.
the actual, sort of the actual nip itself.
What's
the bit that
called?
protrudes. I know the areola is the
all the way down to the belt line.
the beautiful coloured chocolate button ring around it.
Yeah.
Depending on what, you know.
Oh, that's the areola.
Yeah, that's
chocolate.
the areola.
Well, you're going to need to get yours out.
Mine are chocolate coloured. So, but the actual nip itself, so that's probably got a name. I didn't focus a lot.
Is that just the nipple, I think, isn't it?
It's not important, is it, I guess? So, the teat.
It is.
Is it the teat?
The teat.
Is it the teat?
There we go.
Right. So
Suckle on
your
the teat.
teat protrudes below your belt line.
Is it both? I think, he said both
Both
of them.
hang below your belt line.
Yeah. Did he say, I think he said one toe. Did he say one toe or two?
I don't remember.
We'll treat it as one toe.
One toe.
One
And one of your toes is how long?
Was it 4 or 5 inches bigger than all the rest?
That's a really tough one because the nipples, the moment you get your top off, no one's gonna look past that. You're a freak. You gotta keep your top on at all times. But with the feet thing, the toe, elongated toe, you can never do. What could you do? Could you wear shoes again?
We had to get specialised shoes.
So you have one large shoe that's 5
one
inches.
flip flop and one shoe.
It's like 5 inches bigger than your other foot, which again would be obvious.
Could cut a hole in one shoe.
You have your toe. You need a little umbrella in case it rains. The toe would just get wrinkly.
An umbrella just on one toe, just between, like holding a cigarette between.
No, do you know what, that worked quite
Your
well?
toes.
You know, those like you go to get one of those little sort of cocktail umbrellas.
Yeah.
Really small ones. That would work quite well above the toe. Hold it.
I feel like it wouldn't do anything for the warmth of your feet.
You
It would
get numb.
it would keep your toe from getting suntanned.
Frostbite as well. Yeah, frost.
It wouldn't do anything for frostbite.
So what? I'd have to go. I love walking. Recently, I've been on lots of walks, and would it be hard walking? I'd just imagine.
Like it'd be detrimental to
You would
any movement on your feet.
You'd stub your toe. 24/7.
It would snap like sideways.
Oh God!
Constantly having to get into like
no, because
constantly having to get in like surgeries, but specialised surgeries because they've never seen a toe that's double in length. No, it's not even double in length. It's more than that because how big's a toe? It's like
it's already
inch and
quite
a bit,
big,
isn't it?
It's already quite big.
Or like 3 centimeters.
It's absurd.
3 centimeters probably. 3-4 centimeters.
It's half a foot.
And then 5 inches. That's like 6 inches is 15 centimeters.
Right.
That's protruding a long way.
I'd have to
How
go
do
for
you
the
walk?
nips. I'd have to go for the nipples and just never, ever, ever take my top off.
You have to
ever
take your
again.
top off at the key moments, but
No, I wouldn't take my top. What key moment is there?
well, there's
You just don't
there's being
swim.
intimate with a loved one.
I don't give a fuck.
You could leave your top
I'm being
on.
intimate. The pants are coming off, but the top's staying on. I'm freaky like that. You're not seeing my nipples, but they're quite thin, aren't they? Nipples, mine are. So you could.
You haven't showed me yet. Let the record show. He has not got his.
It's
not
let
pulled
the
his
record
top
show.
up.
It's not Judge Judy. No, I think you can like tie them up. Could you?
I think that that's what I said when he asked me.
Make
This
it-
is one he's already sent me. I said.
You could tie them up.
Let the record show.
What? Fuck
Just
the
show me
record.
his nips. They're not as chocolate as you said they are.
Fucking chocolate nips, mate.
Do they taste chocolate? Yeah, let's have a look.
Remember chocolate? Look at that hair.
There's one hair.
Yeah.
There's one little spiky hair at the top of the neck. It's like pointing to 12 o'clock.
Yeah. No, there's another one there at the top you can't see at the moment. There you go.
Oh yeah, short one.
Mate, I'm a man. I've got hairy nipples.
What's that?
That's a strawberry mark.
That was the perfect time to like poke your nose in.
Yeah, no, it's
Strawberry mark.
talking about it's a birthmark. I've had that since I was a kid, since I was born.
I've never seen that.
Yeah. Google.
I've seen you shirtless
No,
constantly.
you haven't. Google
It's my wallpaper on my phone.
strawberry mark, and it's a birthmark.
What? And it's just have a picture of your face and chest.
Yeah.
One
You'll see me.
protruding 12 o'clock hair off your left nipple.
Get over it. Don't be threatened by my masculinity. If you're threatened by it,
I've
that's
lost my train of thought here. What was
It's
I saying?
understandable. No, don't worry.
So yeah,
You've encountered a man who's more man than you, and that's fine. What happens to the best of us? Get over it. So you passed
So
it.
my take on it is if it's 1 foot or 2.
What I love, you're talking about this like it's like, what do you think about the Israel against Palestine? It's not that serious. Come on.
I think it's not like Israel and Palestine because that's like kind of like a debatable thing of both sides. For me, this is completely one-sided. This is kind of like North Korea territory.
Whoa!
Political.
Right,
Get
carry
political
on.
on this
Carry on.
podcast. Right,
Carry
this
on.
is even if it's 1 shoe, 1 foot or 2. I think it's so detrimental to everyday life if you have the toe that's bigger because it impacts you walking, running, doing so much stuff every day that you're gonna have to, I don't know, penguin walk. You have to change
for sure. Yeah. Or
well, if you're born with it, you're used to it, but you're gonna impede yourself so much from everyone else. Whereas the nips are the nipples. The teats are embarrassing, but they don't impede anything. I'm not a woman, so I'm not going to breastfeed, so I don't actually need them.
I don't like the thought of it.
So, in the worst case scenario, you tuck them in your belt, and you could have a little bit of like a little bit of thing poking through your t-shirt, and people go, "What are those?" And you go, "My braces."
No,
or if you're honest, just go, "These are my 3 foot nipples."
Yeah, no, it just also...
Here we go.
Someone said to me, what are those? I'd just be like, oh, listen, I'm wearing a wire, I don't talk about it, I'm undercover. You've raised too much attention as it is, walk away. They're just wires. Don't worry about it. Who's going to fuck? Also, no one... Just don't wear tight tops. If you've got nipples that protrude that much, you just wear a jumper all the time or a big flowery shirt.
As you do.
I do anyway, so I'll be fine.
For all I know, now I've seen them. No, I'm joking. I've seen them every day.
Get over my nipples. It's really weird. No, I get it. You're threatened. I'm fine. Whatever.
But yeah, you could tie them
masculine.
around. You could tie them. How big's 3 feet? Like you could tie them round your back. So all it's just coming out of just beneath your armpit.
Reminds you of that song. Do your nipples hang
low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in your bow? Can you throw them over your shoulder like a regimental soldier? Do your nipples hang low?
Yes, they do.
No, I tie them behind my back.
No, but my toe protrudes. Does your 6-inch toe? Does it stub here, thither and thither? Well, I think we've done that. We both actually agree on that one. Nipples.
Oh, you agree? Yeah.
Because you know what? Here's the thing. You'd find some freaking mare. There'd be someone out there who would find that very attractive, probably. Big, long, strawberry-laced nipples that they could nibble on. There's someone out there who would love that. They'd get off on that, and you'd find that woman or man, and you'd settle down. You'd be happy. Get over it.
You'd find that woman, but everyone else would be turned off. Whereas if you have the toe, I don't know. Maybe you could wear clown shoes, pretend you're a clown, and get away with it, and just attract to everyone.
That's actually really good. But in the heat of the moment, they're like, "Oh, take your shoes off." No,
take your shoes off.
No.
The shoes stay on.
The shoe, clown by name, clown by name.
Watch me take my jeans off without taking my shoes. Velcro jeans, like the stripper jeans.
That's all you wear. The shoes stay on. But really,
just looking through your closet, why do all of your bottom half clothes have this Velcro on it?
Why don't you ever take your shoes off? No, I just love them. I love what I do, and I don't like to stop being a clown.
Why is only one shoe a clown shoe?
I never fully switch off after a long day. I've always got one eye on the job.
So when Paul asked me this, I had my reply of 100% the nips.
And
he
agree.
replied. He replied to me he said, "You don't see the advantages of the protruding toe."
There's no advantages of the protruding toe.
That's it. He explained them to me.
What advantages are there? Give me one advantage of having
a protruding toe. It went completely over my head because I was. As soon as he said advantages of the protruding toe, my mind drifted of like, what are you on about? I couldn't concentrate on the actual advantages. I don't think he gave any decent ones. But
there aren't any. There are no.
I think he said you could run faster, which that's not true.
Absolute bollocks. That's ridiculous. If you
biologically speaking, it doesn't. Do you have like extra joints because of it, or is it just oversight?
I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like you would just run in circles, maybe, if you ran. Maybe.
Like a plane without the wings.
You'd always
just, like,
pull to one side.
Spiralling down into the sea.
Exactly. You wouldn't have to drive and be hard. I guess you could just drive with your toe. That's not an issue.
Driving? Yeah, you can still drive with the nips.
Still drive. No, we drive with the toe as well, I think.
No, not drive with the nips, like put the pressure on.
I don't mean actually use the nips.
No, because your foot wouldn't even fit on. Have you ever tried driving with flip-flops on?
Yeah, I do.
It's difficult. You can't do it.
I don't mind it.
If your toe protrudes out that way, it's going to get stuck on the little ceiling of that little undercarriage of where all the pedals are.
Yeah. If only we put this much effort into solving real problems.
I've not put this much effort into essays at university.
Honestly, I've never. Yeah, like questions.
thought.
I've been every question in life. I've never put this much thought into anything. Give me the nips. Let's be done with it. All right. Is that solved?
Barry Rickers, 2017.
Put it on the gravestone.
Right, maybe we should go on to the next one.
Right. What's the next one? Who's
What one
this from?
did you play?
Who's this from? That was from Father Rather.
Is this one from George?
From George?
Okay, this one's from my other friend from university. Him and Paul live together, so they regularly have these conversations in person over voice message more than I get exposed to. So they're very nonchalant about these things. So George is very equally as damaged.
Emotionally troubled.
George is equally as damaged in this way.
Immature.
than as
Beyond saving.
as Paul. So
I'm going to play it.
we're going to hear George Ripley's Would You Rather.
Okay, yeah, you ready?
We're ready.
Okay, Big Barry. Hello, Barry, if you're listening.
Hello.
Or if he's not listening, then I'm trying to think of something witty, but I have nothing to say. Yeah, I'll put on the spot a little bit, but would you rather? Okay, here we go. So, would you rather have a penis the shape of a pencil, but you cannot have kids, and it continually goes floppy during sex, so it's very, very difficult and frustrating, or a penis the shape of a stack of probably 10 CDs, so very, very wide but very short. I have no issues, except obviously getting it in. I don't know how good that is, but that's all I've got at the moment. That's all I've got. Not a CD penis. Mine's very... I'm not going to go there.
Fucking hell. Oh my god.
I've kind of an issue of him saying 10 CDs is considered small.
Yeah, that's a lot. Are they singles? Are they
I'm
albums?
just doing the measurements now, and I don't want to say they're small, but you know, I think it's average, which everyone under average says.
That was ridiculous. To be honest with you. And it's an easy one for me straight away. Can I tell you why? The first scenario, you've got a pencil-shaped penis. You can't have children, and it goes floppy, so you can't have sex.
Yeah.
What am I getting from that?
Yeah. No.
Like, what am I getting? What am I gaining from a pencil-shaped penis? How big's the pencil?
I think
Is it
you
one of
can
those-
still be able to technically
what?
put it in.
Yeah, if you have to thumb it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not even that, you have to
You know,
like
like a pair of socks when you sort of
inject
make them
it
into
in.
a pair. I'm not doing that with my knob.
I feel like the nipples would be more girth.
It depends what kind of pencil it is, but also, so I can't have children ever, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
I can't get hard, which is a bummer as well.
So, yeah, explains why.
Yeah. So, the other scenario, no matter how bad the shape is, if I can have children, theoretically, and I can get hard and enjoy
something.
the pleasure of something, that one.
You're still able to have children in a way, you just can't
It's
have
like,
the full on.
10 CDs. It's a really odd one. And I feel
Is it square shaped? Is it CD shaped?
That is a fucking question. Do you know what? When he said that, I was imagining actual CDs, like square.
Oh right, yeah,
No,
CD disc. I thought it was CD case.
I was imagining the cases. No,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
The cases like square. If they're
With a hole in the middle.
Oh, if they're circles, give me the circles. I'll make my box with my knob. Like you'd make a lot of money with a big CD-shaped penis. I think it's got a big girth on that, right?
It's kind of like the Victorian
Although
freak
it's only
show, but
10.
you take it around the
He's
world.
right though, because that's what he said it was small. So he must be thinking of compact discs.
10 CDs stacked on top of each other.
That's what he's thinking of, isn't it? That's what he's thinking of. Car discs, as we call them in this day and age. Car discs. CDs. So if he's, because that's the only time we listen to him really. So if he's, that changes everything. I'd still
I'd still go with that.
I'd still go with that one, yeah, because he's set the parameters too. He ruined that question. In a way. He didn't think about that too much.
I can't think of anyone who would go for the first one and see any benefits from it apart from its, I don't know, normal length.
Do you know what that question to me is like? Would you want to be blind and deaf, or you can only partially see and only partially hear? It's like, give me that one. Give me that one. Like, why would you go for you got a penis but you can't use it or do anything with it? Or you got a penis, it's grotesque and maybe out of shape and too big or too small, whatever. But you can still use it, that one.
Yeah. Then again,
You've got hope with
the
that
thing
one.
you mentioned in the last
Give me
Would
hope.
You Rather, there's going to be some people who are into that sort of thing. A lot of people are into very wide thing, and I feel like that is the widest I've ever seen. I've done a lot of research.
The widest what you've ever seen?
The largest dick I've ever seen would be like CD circumference.
Would it?
Well,
okay. No, yeah.
CD radius, CD circumference. I don't know. What's the correct term?
Pi r squared.
No, they're round.
Right. I don't know. It's a lot of girth for one man, but who gives there's a chance
For
there.
one man, or are you giving it to a man?
It doesn't matter.
This is official now. This podcast is only episode 2, but Barry is officially
come out.
Yeah. Well, you said it.
I don't mind. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. Listen, get over it. Would you rather? In this case, probably the worst would you rather question I've ever heard. That one. It's up there with one of the worst ones. So
it's a gun to the head situation, but
so they send you these all the time.
yeah.
Is that the worst one you've ever heard?
No, that's tame.
What? But it's just not.
That's seriously bang on average of what I get.
Really, it's not a lot to deal with.
I feel like a lot of them are very like one-sided. Of course I'd pick that, but I feel like they just want me to respond going, I would pick the very short penis but very large radius.
But in this case,
just so they can so they can have a giggle about me doing a voice message response of that rather than.
I guess they could cut. Yeah, I know what you mean. But in this, I can't even play devil's advocate in this and be like, oh, but no. Like, think about
Some
this.
benefits.
There's nothing else to think of. There's no benefits. There's nothing. I can't use it. It doesn't do anything. I can't have children. Give me the CD knob. Whether it's cases, singles, EPs.
I feel like it should be called the CDD.
Yes, I like that. I do like that. That would be your porn star name.
Hi, man. I'm CDD. Why do they call you that? Get your record player out.
What?
CD player. Whatever.
High five. See what I did there?
High five!
Yes!
Oh, I'm so slow. I'm 44. I don't know what.
You're thinking of records? No, these are CDs. These are CDs, right? Skip forward a few years. Right, okay, that was good. It wasn't. Right, so.
Right, we've got other ones. We've got 3 more lined up.
Oh shit, okay, right, so they're the 2 that presented to us, one from Father Rather, one from George.
One from George, yeah.
We're now on to you. This is
one from me. We
would-
both recorded one separately. We've not heard these.
No, well, you have, obviously,
I've heard
recorded it.
mine because I've heard my own voice.
I've never heard this. Like the previous.
Barry's not heard mine. I've not heard Barry's. So this is going to be the first exposure of these messages.
And as always, play along at home. You're going to hear this Would You Rather for the first time. Pause it. Ask your friends.
Ask your mum. See what she says.
Ask anyone around you. Ask anyone. Go to a shop. Ask them. Waiting in line. Turn around and ask the person behind you. Would you rather? Are you ready? This is Ryan's Would You Rather. I don't know what to expect here. It could be serious. It could be silly. I have no idea.
Would you rather have an incredible relationship, like a lot of banter, a lot of joking around, someone who just really gets your sense of humour, gets how you feel, like you can open up to them emotionally, they can open up emotionally to you, and you can really have a connection with someone who has a terminal illness and you know they will die within 2 years, or have a very mediocre relationship with a lot of people, but secure in the fact that those relationships will last long term.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That's heavy, man. That's heavy. I like it. That's a good change from the penis.
Penis on nips.
Yeah, I like that. That's a really good question. Fucking hell. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's a good one. So a deep, a meaningful, life-fulfilling, life-affirming,
Something
amazing
you can look back on
relationship.
in years and just go, I'm so glad I had this relationship with someone.
Okay, well, it sounds like already you've made your decision by the way you said that. Or so the other option is a relationship that isn't bad by any means whatsoever. It's not bad.
But secure in the knowledge that the whole long term you have that connection with so many people, so you're satisfied throughout your life but you know it's fully mediocre and you know you could have more.
So you know that.
You know that, yeah.
So basically what you're saying is, will you settle for second
Yeah, are you
best?
settling, or are you going to go all out and have such a deep connection with someone, but you know that will end within this 2 years?
Okay, that's a really good question. I feel like that's a similar question to the age-old philosophical question of, Jumbo, would you have the life of your dreams knowing that it was sort of made in a supercomputer and it was just a false reality, or would you rather have life as it is knowing that it's real? Is it a bit like that?
So like the Matrix and that.
Is it like that?
Robin Williams film? What's that?
Patch Adams.
Flubber. A dream. What is it? No, a dream may come or something like that.
I don't know. Basically, right. So I can settle for second best, but it will last forever.
Not even second best. Mediocre.
What's that? What's mediocre?
Very average.
What's
Not
mediocre?
second best.
What's mediocre?
Second best is kind of still very good.
Okay, so this is
kind
just
of like very.
It's okay.
It's okay. You're fine.
Forever.
You're fine.
Until the day I die.
Forever, but yeah.
So I never reach the giddy heights.
You never have a proper connection with someone. You kind of just like it's like a kind of relationship you have with like a colleague or someone who's slightly more than a colleague but not a friend.
Okay.
So you kind of have all these kind of small talk, a lot of small talk.
No, well, the person that I am, live fast, die young. That's not me at all. But no, I think I'd have to
Die old.
think I'd have to and I feel like I'm not just saying this. I'd have to go for the burning, effervescent, beautiful, amazing, zen sort of Valhalla relationship. But like I said, maybe it's only for 2 years. But wouldn't they be the best 2 years of my entire life? Mm-hmm. And but then what happens after that? What happens after that? What happens after that? Do I have mediocre after that, or do I have just nothing?
You don't have anything. You don't have any
I have
connection.
nothing after that. Good at that, because I can live off the memories. I can eat off the memories of that, and it'll be hard. Oh, there'll be some terrible days. There'll be some dark, down days.
Well, it's all going to be dark days.
Okay, but I could live off those memories. I could always recall back to the glory days.
So you just be alone, but living off the memories of like just a memory of a better time.
Well, it's like better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all, you know.
And then to never have loved again.
Yeah, never to love again. That's fine, as long as I've loved and I know I've loved. I'll meet her again in heaven. It's fine. But here's the thing. I think a lot of people, not really much the basis on, just conjecture, but a lot of people do settle for that mediocrity. Yeah? That's what they do, yeah? Through
maybe
fear,
a good reason why.
Maybe they're doing it for a reason.
Because their terminal friend, they're just going to fuck him off.
Because they're not going to die alone, are they? And I don't know. I can see the benefit. Here's the thing. I can see the benefit of having that reliable, just ever-present, someone who's there. You might not love them with your fullest of hearts. You might have the best memories when you look back on your deathbed, but they were always there, and you were there, and they were there, and everyone were there, and you lived together. Yeah. You might hate them at times, but they were always there. There is some benefit to that, isn't there? Because no one wants to be alone. But isn't it better to shake hands with God for just a fleeting moment?
You shouldn't laugh after that. Well, I posed this question. I still don't even.
Well, can I hear your answer to this?
I don't have an answer. This is like a dilemma for me. I just thought of it as I said it, and as I said it, I was like, what would I pick? And I'm kind of scared that I'd go with the second option.
I think it's a fear. It's a question that the answer would be driven by fear or love. Choose love and you'll choose the first option. Choose fear and you go for the second option.
You could have the best 2 years of your life.
Amazing.
And the best memories of your life.
But if you don't go for that and then you die, was your life really worth living? Was it? We don't know if you.
Well, you don't
know if you get another chance to come back on this stupid earth.
Well,
if you just ruined your one chance to find true happiness.
You could say these 2 years. We're what? We're 26 now, so 28.
Let's not reveal ages.
We'll live. What's the average age of death now?
I think it's in your 80s. I think it's 84.
84
for women, maybe. I don't want maybe it's the same. No, I don't know.
28.
Let's just say 81. Let's say 80.
56 years.
Right, that's how long we've got left, right?
To 84. So it's 58 years. So it's 58 years of shit, basically. Securing the knowledge when you were 26 to 28, you're the best time of your life, and afterwards you're just going to have shit. Unless
Yes.
you can
But my point is, you've got the memories. You can live off those memories. You can carve a little bit of memory. Eat that
Oh,
memory.
you can fuck-
Next 50 something years. But here's the thing. Ignorance is bliss, and you wouldn't know what you were missing out on if you chose mediocrity.
You chose the second one.
You
yeah,
just think-
you'd have a lifetime.
By the time you got to 60, you go, life is just a bit blah.
You'd have a
This is what life
lifetime
is
of
like.
being okay, and I feel like I don't know,
Okay,
a lifetime of being okay compared to 2 years of bliss, and then 58. I don't know if it's bad maths or not. Let's just assume it is. Of wishing you were back at another time. I feel like.
Depends how you look at it, isn't it?
I'd love those 2 years, and I'd like to think I am the person who would choose that. But I know in reality, I'd need a long-term solution. I think that's a long-term solution of the rest of your life, basically.
Okay, well, do you know what? I disagree with you, so there we go.
That's all right.
For the
Well,
first time we
for a first disagreement.
Good, I'm glad we
It's only
disagree.
taken
But here's the thing, I can see, I can empathise, I can know where you're coming from, and my brain is saying to me as well, well, think about it, mate. But, like I said, it's better to taste, it's like going to a restaurant and only ordering the starter and then leaving. You
The
never have
start's not the best bit. The best
Alright.
bit. The best bit's the main course.
Alright, it's like going, no, but hear me out. No,
It's like going to the restaurant
and not having
having your best meal for a week, and then every time you go to the restaurant afterwards, having a glass of water.
No, it isn't. Okay,
It is.
No,
It
okay,
is.
no,
You're
I
having
agree.
nothing. You're having nothing. You're not ordering a starter.
You've missed my point, right? My point is this. My scenario, I'm in love and have the best time of my life for 2 years. It's like going to a restaurant and saying, chef, make me your best dish. And he comes out, and then I get dessert, and there's like a sparkler in it, and there's like party poppers, and I get a mint at the end.
Right,
and I don't have to tip them. Amazing. Your scenario is, you choose the other option. You only ever go in and have the same meal every day.
You're having a bland meal, but
you're having a bland meal.
You keep going to
And
the
you don't-
restaurant,
and
you keep going to the restaurant,
And you don't even know
but-
how.
But you can't order. You can't order enjoyment. You have to get the tap water.
You don't even know what you're missing, because I had a beautiful steak, and he made me pie, and then he made me this beautiful this lemon.
But you know what you're missing because you've already had it. You have tap water for the rest of the time. You still go to this restaurant for the rest of your life.
Yes.
But you're getting tap water every time, and you know other people are having steaks.
I'm having something.
But you're just going back and I remember when I was in this restaurant having this steak and all this sparkle is coming out of it. They burn my mouth.
I can still taste that meal. Wow, what a great meal it was. And you're there like an idiot.
58
years. Like an idiot.
This
like
tap water doesn't quite taste like steak,
like
but I
an idiot
remember when I
going
had it.
Oh, I bloody love mash. I love lumpy mash. It's all you're having is lumpy mash. Whereas I've tasted escalabre, le rongo, le lobster, le cream. I don't know any
Guess
languages.
what? In those 58 years, I'm still eating.
Yes.
I'm still getting a bit of nourishment.
I'm not malnourished.
And
I'm not malnourished, mate.
You're just
I'm not malnourished.
wasting away from this tap water.
Well, you've changed the parameters of the question.
I feel like we should move on to... This is getting very obscure now.
Agree to disagree. But like,
Some weird analogy for a restaurant.
I don't wither away in a restaurant. Like,
You do if you're having tap water.
I don't just drink water every day. You made that up. I also have a meal.
No, but you can't. You have this connection with someone for 2 years, and then you're alone for the rest of it.
Yes, but she will live on in my thoughts, or he will live on my thoughts. They'll live on my thoughts. Right? I was happy, and I'm still happy. Because they weren't taken from me in a weird way out of the blue. I knew they were going to pass.
Yeah, but so many people are like heartbroken, and they are
I am
heartbroken and
heartbroken.
depressed
I am
and stuff, and they
heartbroken. I am
can't concentrate
heartbroken.
on the good times. They are just concentrated on the
I've
heartbreak.
got 58 years to work through
And
this shit.
you will be heartbroken.
I've got
after
58 years to work through that. So yeah, maybe for the first 5 years I'll be heartbroken, but I'll get through it and I'll appreciate that. You know what? Better to have had than to have never had. All right,
Let's go on to the next.
next question. Jesus Christ. I'd love to hear,
That debate lasts a little bit longer than the penis one.
I'd love to hear your thoughts. Tweet us at something/twitters.com.
Tweet us at. We need a Twitter address.
Feel free to buy us a domain name as well. Right, it's my question now.
Ooh,
I wish it was as good as yours. It's really not.
Is that another CDD one?
Nah, it's pretty good. Well, I sent you 2 versions. I recorded one version, and I couldn't think of the next part of the question. So I thought I sent it to you for comical value. And then the second question is legit. Okay, so I'll play the first one.
Am I answering this?
All right, mate.
You having a fun little podcast with your friend Barry, are you? Yeah? Wasting time on a Saturday night doing a podcast? Well, try this one on for size. Would you rather single-handedly kill your entire family in cold blood for world peace? Okay? No war. No fighting. Just pure love around the earth. And all you have to do is kill your family. Or...
That's evil laughter.
I can't think of a second scenario. Going back to the but I thought I got too hung up on the murder of your own family.
Why do you want to see my family dead?
I don't. For world peace, I wouldn't mind it, but no, I couldn't think of the second. Well, I thought I'd send you that for comical value. This is the real question now. You ready? Listen carefully. This is legit. I want to hear your answer. Hi, mate. I'm back. This is round 2. This is a beaut. Right, come on. Would you rather every woman on the planet Earth looks the same, but they have different personalities, or every single woman on the planet has the same personality, but they look completely different? Oh, try that one on for size, motherfucker.
I feel like you underestimated yourself there. As actually an incredibly good.
Boom.
Incredibly good one.
Hit me. Can I just say, what's your phrase? Let the record show that I haven't got an answer to that right now. I haven't had time to think about it.
Oh, okay. You do a question, you don't have an answer to it. Bullshit.
I don't.
After all this time, you recorded one, you didn't have a complete answer for it.
I go. Oh, come on. So, woman.
Everyone looks the same.
They all
different
look.
personalities.
Not everyone, just the women. If you're gay, the men.
The female looks the same.
They all look exactly the same, but got different personalities, as varied as they are now in the real world.
Can I clear something up about age?
Yeah, of course you can, yeah.
So do they look the same at a different age? Or they look exactly the same but just a little bit taller and stuff until
No,
puberty?
they're clones of each other.
So every 7-year-old looks like a 7-year-old, and then every 8-year-old looks a little bit different from a 7-year-old.
Yeah, but
But
take that same 7-year-old and skip forward 10 years, she'll look the same as every other 17-year-old on the planet.
Right.
They all look exactly the same. And if there's no huge difference between the 12-year-old and the 32-year-old. You can tell it's the same person. There's no vast sort of transformation that happens. It's the same person.
And then the other one, Evan scenario. So
The other scenario
the key question is for the other scenario.
Sure.
What is the personality?
Oh! I thought he'd ask that question, and I haven't thought of an answer. Really. I don't know.
That is kind of
Is that a key question?
vital.
Okay.
That is vital.
It's a personality that you would want, but it's not as easy as it sounds, because you want it now. If everybody had the same personality, actually you grow sick of it very, very soon, I think.
I feel like if it's the personality I want,
You want it now because it's so rare, and you think, oh, you're amazing. If everybody was amazing all the time, they're the same. They reacted in the same way. They loved the same things. They laughed at the same jokes. They told you the same jokes. They're all the same. You suddenly, wouldn't you grow hateful and like, oh, I'm fucking sick of it. I want some diversity here. Would you?
no, I feel like this might be an easy answer. Actually, I think
I'm
I'd
putting
do-
some words in, like I'm putting sort of thoughts in your head here, maybe a little bit more.
You put in something in me, but yeah, I feel
Thoughts?
like I would go. I think a lot of people, plus me, would go for the everyone looking the same and having a different personality, because things are different. You're just looking at the same thing every day, but getting a new experience from it. So that is the ultimate thing of not being shallow, isn't it? Is it called deep? I feel like deep is like.
No, I don't think it's called deep. I think it's
like-
like being.
It's been non-shallow,
Human.
so if whether or not this person who looks the same is attractive or not, you're getting a different personality. So you could always just look for the personality that you are attracted to, and then if that doesn't work out, you still have other personalities to go on, rather than
I agree.
this same personality. If you lose interest in that personality, then it's purely based on shallowness.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very easy to say, of course I'm not shallow, I'd go for the other one, but you
Yeah.
gotta think about it. And I think firmly I would be the non-shallow one, but who knows?
No, what could you want to hear my thoughts on this?
Yes.
I'm not saying it's a sort of virtue signal, saying that I'm amazing, because But I honestly, I've met some absolutely fitting girls, like they're gorgeous, like model gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Loads of them. You know what I'm like. No, I've met some really fit
They're lined
girls.
out outside. Go away!
We're
Come
doing
on.
a podcast. Do
Yeah.
one. Maybe next week. I've met some fit girls, and then within 30 seconds of talking to them, all attraction has disappeared because of their personality. I've found that loads of times. Either they're just stupid, or they're not very. It's just not very nice. You can just think about them. It's just not attractive from their personality wise.
But then again, I have found
Like how
the
far can that
reverse.
take you?
I've found I've found girls that I get on really, really well with. I have a laugh with them. We have so much in common. It's great being around them, but I'm just not attracted to them.
I know, but this question doesn't even talk about attraction. It's just what would you rather. So you're not
Yeah,
going
but
to be
you got to take into attraction.
rampaging around the
or-
world, sort of having sex with everyone. Like, what kind of world is that? Would you want? I'd rather live in a world where even if I'm not attracted to anyone, I can have self conversations and get real meaningful relationships. Thing
It's
is,
true. You didn't mention that at all.
the thing is, I personally, even now, always, I fall in love with people's souls. I don't fall in love with the way they look.
I've seen the way you look at me, Barry.
No, okay.
It's mainly my arsehole.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Put the beer down. Put the beer down. Yeah, I think... Yeah, no, I'm not just saying that. Like I said, I've met fit girls. They're really gorgeous. Their personality doesn't match up, and suddenly I'm not attracted. And I've met absolute wrong-uns. And I started talking to them, and they're really... Like, think about their personality is like really bubbly, and it's like they're happy and they're confident, and you think, oh, she's quite attractive. Suddenly they become attractive if they're like confident and nice, and
Definitely, yeah.
definitely 100%. And so, give me personality every day of the week.
Yeah, so, yeah.
It is all about
So,
personality.
You've affirmed my point
Oh, have
even
I
more
now?
earlier that, yeah, I think that's kind of a dead given that
Yeah.
you'd go for the person who looks the same as different personality.
Mm.
And no, I didn't even
Because
think
it's
I
not
didn't
that
even think
important.
about like friendships and stuff.
Well, of course you didn't. You're thinking with your bloody penis again, mate.
My CDD.
Gee, you're 26 going on 20. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's embarrassing, mate. Always thinking with that thing. No, but I think it's just common sense. It's just common sense. It'd be great for one night stands if everybody was it. But life was way more than that.
Yeah.
It's way more than that.
I think it'd be very good, very short term, but
For one night only, it'd be great. But
you'd soon get bored of it.
The
same
course
shit.
you would. You really would. You would. Like every person that you were looking to spend time with, cohabit with, have a child with, raise a family with, is exactly the
Very
same.
little connection of you have with someone is based on like visual senses. Is it? It's
No, that's
more
what I mean. I think that
emotional.
that all falls down for me within the first few minutes of meeting someone.
Yeah.
It all falls down. Like it's great to look at from the distance across the road or something, or like in a bar. But as soon as you start talking to someone, it all just disintegrates, and you don't really see what they look like anymore. I don't think personally.
I think I agree. Annoyingly, we've agreed on that.
I don't know what you're annoyed about.
Bollocks. So that's
2, 1.
how many have we done? 4. So that's 3 out of 4.
But we've agreed on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that a lot of that down to the quality of the question. Some of them
Quality of the answerer.
Some of them weren't very good, were they? Some of them weren't very good. Well,
We've got one more.
do we?
Yeah, we've got Tony's one.
We do. I forgot about that. All right, let me find that. Okay, this guy is called Tony, and he sent us a "Would you rather" question. Very nice of him. I've known him for a while, actually. Tony, I've known him for a while. He
How have you known him?
well, we for a while back we shared the same womb,
Womb or room? Or both?
womb and room. And then we shared a placenta as well, or something like that. I can't remember the gist. I don't know.
A couple of weeks ago? Or...
Oh, right. We tucked into a lovely placenta.
Where was my invite, eh?
No, listen, mate. No, it's just we get on really well. He's my twin brother. He's called Tony, and he sent me this. He sent us this.
There's no voice clip, by the way. So.
There's no voice. I'm going to read it out in his voice, which sounds exactly like mine. Would you rather have no privacy or no human contact? Now, as I've read that, I have an answer straight away. For me, it's a clear cut, black and white. I know which one I'd choose. Can I hear your answer first, Ryan? Tell me what you're thinking. What's your thought process? If you're listening,
Mine's pretty clear cut. I think
Alright.
I'd go for the no privacy because at least you have human contact.
Exactly, yeah.
If you don't have human contact, you have 100% privacy anyway. No,
No, but
that's a bad word.
No, but,
No,
no, but I get that's
no one's gonna care what you.
No, No, but that,
do or
but that's the question, I think.
yeah, I think that's the easiest one. Yeah.
So the question is, are you locked in a room on your own forever, or be out?
I hate that. I'm thinking more about the CDD or the nipples protruding below my belt line than this, because this is kind of clear cut. But I see where he's coming from with this, because
Do you?
privacy is an important thing, and in this day and age, it's,
Oh, let's not get political. Jesus Christ!
in this day and age,
All right,
it's deteriorating.
but we're giving it
As we
over.
know it.
We're giving it over freely.
We are giving it over freely,
willy nilly.
and, I find myself doing it as well, and I'm not even. I thought I would be more disappointed that I would be back in the day.
What? What are you talking about?
So I feel like I used to be more left wing than I am now. So I would be more concerned about privacy back then, and I always thought like privacy was like a very main concern of mine. Like I was sort of like ID cards and stuff. No to those.
Yeah, I agree.
And
No, I felt the same.
now I'm paying contactless. And
Yeah, no, I know
my
what you mean.
Facebook stuff is on, and you have to sign up with Facebook. Yeah, here's my email address. Here's my contact list. I'm giving details of my contacts, not
Yeah.
even just my information.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
giving-
true. Yeah.
And not even feeling bad about it. It's just kind of what you do now, isn't it? And
You're getting a service back that you couldn't even imagined when you were a kid. You know what I mean?
yeah, so I feel like non-politically, I think objectively, privacy has deteriorated.
Of course it has, 1,000,000%. No one really gives a fuck. And I think
So I think we're
let's not
easily.
let's not get too deep, but I think that we don't really know the full extent of how bad that's going to be in the future. That could really come back to bite us on the anus.
However,
Really
I
do.
have had periods of lack of human contact, and it was fucking awful.
Well, we are social creatures,
Yeah.
but like it or not, we are social creatures.
That's why we seek mediocre friends for the rest of our life rather than the contact for 2 years. Thank you for backing me up there, Tony. But inadvertently, but I'm sure you'd agree,
I like
as
that.
every sane person would.
That was a good callback to a previous Would You Rather. YWR, as I call them. Well, thank you, Tony. That was fantastic. Yeah, I agree with you. Obviously, for me, it's so easy. Do you want to be on your own forever or have contact with people?
That's basically come down to it.
It's like
In theory, it's a really good question, Tony. But
it's a form
yeah,
of
let's come down to that.
torture to be sort of isolated from people. So that's how bad it is for us. It's not good. You go insane. What the hell would you even do?
But you have your privacy.
Yeah, it's like there's nothing you're doing about no one gives a fuck about. What are you going to do or talk about?
But again, the whole thing of if you don't have your privacy, I'm assuming everyone else doesn't have their privacy. So if you just do something that is now considered inappropriate, everyone else would do anyway. So your sensitivity to it would be lowered a lot. So
I think I know what
nothing
you're
would
saying.
surprise you anymore. So you would
think I know what you're
technically have your own privacy because everyone else is so open with it, which may be.
That's where we are now, isn't it? A little bit to some extent, because it's the status quo now, where people just think it's just a norm to just give up. Oh, I'm here today. I'm doing this. This is what I think. I'm searching for this. Here's a photo of me 5 foot long nips out. Like no one cares anymore. It's normal. So because if I see my friend, just picture of him getting out of the shower, picture of
You
him.
said you wouldn't mention that when I sent it to you.
Well, point is,
That was in confidence.
it's normal now, isn't it? Like to share what you're doing every day. I'm going to this restaurant. I'm going.
I thought
here.
I'd have the privacy, to be fair.
No, there's no privacy. You're doing a podcast. You're giving up your voice and telling your innermost thoughts on
It's
nonsense,
not a visual one. I'm
on
not going to
absolute-
upload it.
on bollocks. But you're giving your thoughts.
If you want to see the photo, log into knackersandthebreeze.com.
knackersandthebreeze.com. KN. Knackersandthebreeze.com. We need to buy that domain, don't we? Really?
We don't, because then they're going to expect the
Who are
the
they,
image that's
Ryan?
uploaded.
Who are they?
Our 2 listeners.
If you're-
Thank you, Mum, and thank you, Barry's mum.
If you'd like to send in your answers to this week's Would You Rather, but do you know what? Every week we like
Please
to
write them on a bit of paper, and
we like to improve every week. So we like to get a bit of feedback. I do personally.
yeah, we've had a bit of feedback. We've had a bit of feedback from my mum. She said, what a lump of shit.
What a lump of shit, she said. And to her, I would say she chose to
Well,
meet.
I've had other feedback. George, who you've heard earlier, he said he liked the first 10 minutes, but the others got a bit. We seemed too drunk.
Yeah, well, I think can I just say, I think this Would You Rather works really well.
It does, yeah.
Because it opens up a whole avenue of like political, political, social, philosophical questions that are very relevant today. I really think. So it's something that sounds puerile and silly, like a CD Willy. Actually,
I shouldn't have laughed then.
no,
I've just proved your point.
Like a CD Willy actually has ramifications for the great society that we live in. So actually, brilliant. This is a great concept. If you have any, basically what I'm trying to get at here, tell us your Would You Rather, send them in, and we will answer them next week in next week's edition of Would You Rather.
Is this a weekly thing?
Why? No wait.
Next episode.
W-Y.
Would
You Rather. W-Y-R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
K-I-B-W-Y-R.
We've ended on a really low point. Like, it hasn't gone well. Alright, that's it. I think we've done it. That's it.
Yeah.
We've done, how many questions did we do then? 4?
We
5?
did 5.
5 questions. Every week we're answering 5 questions of Would You Rather. Send in your questions and we will answer them. We'll name check you. We'll hear your thoughts. Send those in.
It's debatable how long a week lasts. But it's next episode.
Next episode, knackers@thereast.com. Get your questions in now. Get your Would You Rathers in. We want to hear them. We want to hear your answers from this week. Do you agree with us? Do you not agree with us? Do you have a different viewpoint altogether? Send them in. Let us know. We're on Snapchat. We're not. We're on WhatsApp. No, we aren't. We're on Twitter.
We haven't got an email address.
We're on Instagram. No, we're not. We've got an
We've
email.
got 2 different addresses that we're not divulging in this podcast.
We've got nothing. We got nothing. We got nothing.
If you know us, text us, which you will do if you listen to the podcast. So, thanks, guys.
Mum, make me a tea in the morning.